almost there, Bond. Take him out.
James Bond returns even if he doesn't have a movie iteration to follow this time. While MGM is in financial trouble, it looks like the latest adaptation of the famous franchise appears in video game form, with Daniel Craig reprising his role as the stone-cold charismatic secret agent, who travels across the world to stop a maniac from obtaining research that could lead to biological warfare.
I want a name.
The cinematic James Bond movie moments in a video game. The adrenaline-fueled chases and daring escapes of our favorite agent are masterfully captured in Bloodstone. There will be plenty of hair-raising moments where Bond gets himself into deep trouble. He'll escape gas chambers and avoid being crushed by giant drills. You will also get the thrill of hopping into cars and hunting down whoever is on Bond's hit list at the moment. The surroundings that you have to traverse are utterly jaw-dropping. While you have little time to actually take in the scenery, what you do see is absolutely gorgeous. The detail in the architecture is something to behold, while the intricacies of the little things like the flares off lights will be hard to miss. It's easy to see that the Call of Duty engine does wonders for this game. It's more than just an action game this time around, with more emphasis on investigating and stealth as you travel about. Bond will switch on his phone to search for important intel or for the location of his enemies and options to take them out. It is a welcome change to most Bond games where everything is focused on mowing down enemies. Gameplay isn't anything that you haven't seen before. Bloodstone plays like your typical third-person shooter. Actually, it plays a little bit stiffer than most third-person shooters nowadays, with linear environments that force Bond down a pathway and little to no option to go anywhere else. Even most of the action sequences are focused on stiff button interactions, where the player is usually forced to wait for a prompt before they can jump. Bloodstone is dependent on a very by-the-numbers gameplay style. This usually starts off with James Bond investigating an area for about 10 minutes. When he finds the information that he needs, somehow an alarm trips and he's shooting his way out of a hideout. This usually leads to him jumping into a car or a boat and running away from bad guys or chasing them. This wouldn't be much of a problem if the investigations weren't so simplistic.
007. I was worried that you wouldn't make it in time.
Well, that makes two of us.
Well done.
Thank you.
Could have been more Casino Royale and less Quantum of Solace. The story is just a simple attempt to put you in the shoes of James Bond. You're chasing after a group who wishes to cause harm to the world, and you'll shoot and kill anybody that gets in the way. Somehow you meet a girl who has all the connections you need to keep you at arm's length from the criminal. I'm not saying the script needs to be a drama piece, but it could use more of Bond's intelligence and charisma. The character models look like they were built from clay. It's confusing how the world of Bloodstone looks so amazing, but the character models will periodically cause wincing. Other than James Bond himself, who is supposed to be a stone-faced killer, the rest of the NPCs offer little in the way of emotion. They mostly stare blankly at space and don't offer much facial movement when speaking. And the cartoony style of the models can make things feel surrealistic when you match them up with the environment. With a campaign that takes about 5 to 6 hours to complete and some pretty basic combat mechanics, I can't really recommend Bloodstone for over $35. It's a pretty straightforward shooter with the James Bond name attached to it. If they brought in some of the espionage elements from a game like Alpha Protocol and provided Bond with some more detective skills and a more intuitive combat system, I'd say we finally be getting a next-gen Bond that we can appreciate. Unfortunately for now, we just get another C-grade shooter.